Good morning, and thank you for joining me on the Daily Reflection. I'm Reverend Shireen, and this weekend is the weekend, so we're going to do the weekend reading. I'm going to use the Angel Therapy Oracle cards, and I think it looks like one card from the Healing with the Angels deck as well. So, meditation moment. Lots of energy around self-healing. And healing relationships this weekend, it looks like. But what I was really tuning in on was the amount of self-judgment we can hold against ourselves when we're doing things and creating things, interacting with people, and we rehash, oh, I could have said that better, I could have done that better, I didn't say what I meant to say in that moment, or I said what I meant to say, but it was taken wrong. So communication issues, as well as just, being in your own integrity when you are communicating with someone is the most important thing. The intent you set, and then being as clear as you can. And if it comes across wrong, or they took it different, or that, having that, instead of going into self-judgment against you, if you were in integrity and had clear intent as you were communicating, then how they take the communication may be more a reflection of what's going on in their own space than anything that they feel or are getting from you. So as you're having communications and friendships, relationships, business conferences, those things, just remember that to set your communication with integrity and the intent of having clear communication, and then releasing the responsibility for how they take it. It doesn't mean that if you see confusion on their face or something like that you can't clarify, but just to release self-judgment you may have about what you could have done better in any situation if you are approaching it with strong intent and clear integrity. Now, if you know that you went into a communication and you deliberately did something hurtful or did something to push somebody else's buttons or things like that, then you need to look at your own level of control games. Are you actually after clear communication, or are you after ways of playing that dominance control game that goes on with bullying? So those are some things to look at for yourself in your own space. So. All right, maybe the blessings of Supreme Being, whatever happens during this weekend reading, will benefit each of us in our spiritual growth, awareness, understanding, and self-healing abilities. Amen. All right. So actually, we're going to start with the healing deck. That was the one that was hottest. Again, I use my psychometry, my hand chakras, to pick up information on things and to determine what feels hot or tingly or zappy. Depends on the day. Oh, there's that card right there. Okay. And look at these. Kind of an umbrella reading today. Sorry, a little bit of confusion here. All right, could be a little bit long reading here. The first card, is meditation. you know, I talk about meditative moments, things that you can look at in neurospace. I know last week I had a little blurb of different kinds of meditation. So I just see where a lot of you are being guided to do more meditation. Meditation is connecting to yourself, to your inner voice, your connection with the God of your heart, your connection to the Supreme, to the all that is, to nature. It's about connecting, and it's about connecting in a way that you can turn down the analytical part of your mind that likes to rehash, that likes to keep things going on a treadmill, that likes to keep you in that fight or flight position of effort and having to go, go, go. And that analytical part of your mind, the analyzer, is connected some to your third chakra, your power center. It's what helps, in some cases, what helps keep you motivated and what helps keep you moving. But it's also strongly connected to your ego and wanting to make you the best, that dominance energy. And meditation is about none of that. Meditation is about turning all of that down and connecting within and listening to your body, listening to that smaller voice inside, your certainty, your knowing, and that connection. And in that connection is the most profound healing. It is a sense of peace and a sense of coming home and a sense of being here, being cozied up within yourself, being nurtured by your spirit, by your true self, your highest self, while you're having this human experience. So take some time to connect into meditation. And it can take lots of different forms. It could be taking a walk through nature and noticing all the different colors of the leaves, the animals, the sounds, walking through your neighborhood. It can be sitting quietly in a room with soft music playing and just connecting into your body and noticing your breath. It can be all those things. The key is you need more connection to yourself. Find the meditation that works for you. And don't give up on it. That analyzer ego part of your brain that wants you to keep going, it doesn't like to be turned down. It doesn't like to be the one not in control. So a lot of times when you get into starting it, it'll tell you that it's stupid and it's time to quit. But you just need to turn it down or laugh at it and be like, I'm going to do this. Okay. Root chakra. So the other part that analyzer connects into, besides your third chakra and that ego connection, is your root chakra, that fight or flight sensation. And this is coming up to say to really root into that first chakra. That is your foundation for this physical life, this physical body. That is your connection to the ground. That is your connection to how to take care of yourself and how to have health in this body. Healing is also a big theme this weekend. So make sure that you are clearing out that energy. If you're feeling in fight or flight, turn it around. Start looking at how you support yourself and give yourself the recognition and the kudos for all the things that you do to support yourself. The foods you eat, the exercise you give your body, the meditation space that you give, the ability to connect with other people and the community, your work, all the things that you do every day. I guarantee you 90% of what you do every day is focused in some way or shape or form on your foundation, your survival, the ability to have this body. So validate that. And then look at where you want to do it better or more if you want to. Or just simply validate that that's what you do. Be grounded in yourself. Okay. Cut your cords. Boy, it's pretty deep self-healing stuff this weekend. Notice where coworkers, notice where family members, notice where strangers on the street have energetically corded into you. Cording is one way as energetic beings that we do communicate and connect. And it's not a terrible thing. But there are times when people cord into us that we are unaware of or we go unconscious to, that is zapping our energy or feeding us information that doesn't serve us. And usually we can tell that in our physical bodies by where things get tight, where you have pain, where you have resistance to things. So you can just simply, you don't even have to know where these cords are. You don't even have to know what they are. You can look at it if you want for yourself in meditation. But just imagine taking a golden laser beam or sword, or you can ask Archangel Michael if you want that help, to go up the front, down the back, along each side, and just cut the cords that no longer serve you. And then just fill in with your highest life force energy. Imagine it as a golden rain shower that's coming in and filling in those places where those cords connected that you just cut and healing them. So, and Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, they tell you this is about self-healing this weekend. Really is. Take time to nurture yourself through meditation, through healing, through cutting cords, validating everything that you do for yourself, giving yourself self-care. And you can call on God and his messenger angels and his archangels and Archangel Raphael to help you hold this space of healing. And to hold the space, if there's somebody else in your life that needs physical healing, call on Archangel Raphael to help with that. You don't need to give that out. He can do that. You help set the intent. You can hold the space. Holding space is a beautiful thing. It's just setting the intent to allow something to happen in the best interests of everyone involved spiritually. It's kind of a way of saying yes. So Archangel Raphael is available and present to help you heal yourself, to help you hold space for yourself, to help you with meditation, and also available to help if you have someone else that needs healing. So, and this mystery card, some of you are still, well, we all deal with addiction on some level, whether it's addiction to emotional crisis, whether it's addiction to drama, whether it's addiction to fast food, addiction to candy, addiction to soda, addiction to coffee, addiction to alcohol, addiction to more intensive drugs. You know, we all have some level of addiction that we deal with. And addiction is just a way where we avoid looking at, avoid feeling, avoid dealing with an aspect of our life by putting something else in there. Something else to focus on, something else that makes our body react in a certain way, and something else that makes us feel good. So those of you who are addicted to emotional conflict, that is the one place that you notice that you feel alive. When you're in that emotional content, oh, I feel alive here. So you look for it more. So the way to heal away that addiction, pardon me, so that you don't have to only feel alive when you are in an emotional conflict or crisis, is to notice how you feel in everyday moments. To notice what brings you joy. To notice what brings you sadness. To experience those emotions without it being at a crisis point. For those of you who are addicted to drama, it is about this connection to yourself. It is about finding you and finding what makes you happy and loving yourself and nurturing yourself so you don't have to have something more entertaining to heal you. For those of us that are addicted to coffee, fast food, look at what is it the routine of going out and getting those things? Is it a reward? Was it a reward somewhere in your childhood? All of that kind of stuff, we start getting into the shadow work aspect. The parts of ourselves that we have cut off, hidden, don't want to deal with, don't want to acknowledge. And it's about finding those pieces, bringing them to the light, loving them and reintegrating. And let me tell you, this guy can really help with that, as does meditation. So take some time this weekend to really focus on you to validate all the things you do that take care of yourself, to cut the cords that are no longer serving you, to focus on healing, to notice where your addictions are and to notice what they're about without the self-judgment. Because it isn't about, that judgment is what makes us want to shut those off. But it's about finding all the broken pieces, bringing them to light, smoothing them out, and bringing them right back in and integrating them. They are you. They are part of you, and every single aspect of yourself is valid and is beautiful in its own way, and it gives you something. So take time to look at that for yourself this weekend. Enjoy the quiet moments and find the way that you connect to yourself, whatever that meditation looks like for you. Take care. Have a blessed weekend. Enjoy healing yourself. Give yourself lots of space and nurturing and validation that you are right where you're supposed to be in your process, and you're doing a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job. Take care. Be blessed.